Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're under. Here's the first carry for Austin Ekeler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Complete to
a big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
First down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Quinton Dunbar.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Herbert just beat the play clock. Henry's got it out on the left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
The ball carrier.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
His pass caught at the 4. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hopkins' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Williams now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He was brought
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
24 is the mic. Check back.
On third down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
The return is Reed. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
3-0 after one on EA.
Bengals nothing.
On 2nd down, Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Game of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31.
Draw play. It's Eckler. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Being chased out left. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Los Angeles.
Here we go.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch me run.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Touchdown. Justin Herbert. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead grows to 10-0. To return it, Darius Phillips. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Allen Robinson, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Bengals 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
At the 24-yard line. A gain of 2.
So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. On the return, Phillips. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll set up to throw from the gun. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
To the 42-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some room to work. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third and short. This is Janovich. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They run it again with Janovich. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Janovich with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here is Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, it's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Tyson Alualu gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Herbert off a play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield now, Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And now off to the races down the right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown.
Keenan Allen, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Bengals 13.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. On second down, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
On the pickup. Second and 6.
Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Herbert, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 41.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Second and 7.
Again, it's Mixon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, A field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 50, here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And 1.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, Herbert. And it's complete. Henry. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
It's Eckler again. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Dustin Hopkins on
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
On the return, Phillips. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. 1st down, here's Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bengals.
Now Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Squeeze, double.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Chargers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles